Well, welcome to Same Cast Different Day podcast. I am Martel Roland.
I am Tina Marie.
I had a weird again.
What is wrong with you?
Bonus season 11 of Same Cast Different Day. How many episodes we have done now, but I just know we probably either close to 250 or surpass 250 episodes of this now. So yay! Yes. I don't know what's
I
going
don't
on.
know.
It's been a lot going on since we last did the show, and I mean a lot.
Hold on, wait a minute. I don't know what's going on. I can't hear you talking. And you stuck.
See, this is what I was talking about, y'all. Tina done messed up on a live broadcast.
That's you.
But so it's been a lot. It's been a lot going on. We took our hiatus, our break and show. You know, we got to refresh. One thing I want to get started before we get into too much into the show. Gwen Moore, Congresswoman Gwen Moore, that's my Congresswoman is. This is what I need you to do, right? I need you to bring forth a bill that will require companies, employers to pay their staff hazard pay for having to go to work in extreme weather. Because there are some of us who got jobs, whether it's a tornado, a hurricane, an earthquake, a snowstorm, a tsunami. What's the other one? What we just experienced, this extreme cold weather we have been experiencing that's been going on for almost a week now here in Wisconsin. You know, we need hazard pay. Those of us who are work for certain facilities, we got to show up when all those things happening or has happened. Guess who? We still got to show up. So we need you to put forth the bill where if those anything that fall under those happen, we need to have our hazard pay. Just give us hazard pay for showing up for work for that day. Them say it's not too. Is it too much to ask for? Gwen. Look,
So
Gwen.
I agree. I agree with that, but he just mad he had to go to work, y'all. I didn't have to go to work. He had to go to work.
Every last day it's been negative. They talking about with the wind chill negative 35 outside. I have to show up. I'm upset. I don't like it. It's a travesty, and it shouldn't be happening that way. And I don't like that. We should be able to get hazard pay. So I've been on TikTok the last 6 days trying to bring awareness to this that we need hazard pay for having to go to work. These schoolhouses and everything closed down. The work to close. Well, work we got some places ain't closed down, but still, I'm just saying something needs to be done. We need our hazard pay. I need it. Now that I'm done my rant, y'all, we Trump been in office for.
Oh wait, that was drink that moment.
Oh, I was just thirsty. She was ready. I didn't even do a drink today.
Sorry, I thought I had to catch up.
So Trump's been in office now for a year, and with all the chaos that this man has caused in the last year, I still can't believe that it's been a year. It's only been a year that this man has been in office, and I'm just like, it just felt like the world was going to end or it's about to end with him being. Oh, that's what it felt like. Every day just felt like the world was ending with this man being in office, and now this whole entire thing that's going on with these ICE agents. We had they finally released the Epstein files, but it wasn't what we expected to come out because it was still a whole bunch of stuff that was redacted and blacked out that we couldn't see. But they made sure that pictures of Bill Clinton got out there. And by the way, I don't know if it's the Congress or the House, whichever one. One of them was trying to subpoena Bill Clinton to come in and testify about about him being in the Epstein files. But we're gonna see how they go. Because I understand why y'all suckers y'all trying to subpoena, Bill and Hillary Clinton to come in and talk about the Epstein files, but y'all ain't even called Donald Trump to come in and talk about these Epstein files. So what's up with that?
You already know what's up with that.
Right. I mean, we all seen the proof. We all seen the proof of him being in these files, but yet we just gonna act like he wasn't in the files. Like, what's going on here? And then I'm getting then that damn Pam Bondi. I'm sorry, that name caused me to drink whenever that name comes up. But Pam Bondi, I can't stand her lying, disgusting stuff. Like, she looked like she's bad at sex. I'm sorry. She looked like that's what I get off of her when I look at her. She like she's bad at sex, or I don't even know if she married. Her husband probably don't even like her. Like at this point, I'm just with her because she working in the war for the Trump and stuff. I'm with her for the money. But anyway, back to what I was talking about, because that's how just angry I get talking about that lady, because I don't like her, because she be saying some hateful, racist stuff, and I just don't like it about her. And then, but let me get back on topic. So, like I said, she been getting on TV just lying her butt off about Donald Trump and all these other kind of things that he got going on, down to labeling innocent people that got killed as domestic terrorists and all these other kind of things. We got a president who's trying to take over Greenland. And like, why are you so interested in Greenland? And you know what? This man, because in case y'all don't know, any goods that's coming in from Europe, because Europe, well, Denmark, who owns Greenland. So since Denmark won't sell Greenland to the United States, Donald Trump is like, well, I'm going to put a 10% tariff tax on all goods coming from Europe. So now all the goods that we buy coming from Europe is now going to have a 25 with the current tariff tax that's already on there that he's adding on to it. We're going to be paying a 25% tariff tax coming on all goods coming in from here, which I think is very stupid. We ain't got no business. Ain't no other president tried to. I don't even know any other president tried to acquire Greenland. I don't feel like this is something we need. Like, just leave Greenland alone. Let the people live. Let them mind their own business. You already trying to go in here and do military for us, and then in the past several weeks, we've seen Denmark and other country that's part of NATO moving their troops into Greenland. So it's almost like this man trying to start a war with our allies, which I said this man is trying to bring this to the end of the world. And I can't stand them. I can't stand them. That's just one of the things that happened while I was gone. And then another story that happened while I was gone about this man, Donald Trump, decided that, I'm going to Venezuela and I'm going to kidnap the president of their country. Now, we all know Venezuela's been under a dictatorship since the early 2000s. They say that Donald Trump was in Pam Bondi, wherever his team, whatever. I don't know if it was Pam Bondi, had other bitch that be at the White House at this podium thing lying. Her. I don't know her. I don't know her name, but she be at that podium every day lying for Donald Trump. They were trying to play it off like, it was about drugs coming in from Venezuela and all these other kind of things. And next thing you know, they was putting videos of the American people, of our military, blowing up these little they call little they speed boats. I don't know what the little raggedy boats was they had in the water that the army was blowing up. But it was showing us those videos. And then, Tina, you forgot to unmute yourself. What is going on? See, she was off the show for too long, and this is what happened when we be off the show for too long. We forget stuff.
It don't even matter no more. Keep going.
Okay, so like I was saying, he was blowing up these little boats and stuff. And they say, we start seeing news reports that we don't seize oil tankers and all this other kind of stuff from Venezuela, or there was oil tankers either leaving or coming from Venezuela. And then And then next thing you know, like, oh, he don't captured the president of Venezuela, and then he labeled Venezuela as they military group as I think the terrorists too or something like that on a certain level. And a lot of people. So here's the thing. Why comes to why we mess with Venezuela? In case some of y'all don't be knowing this kind of stuff. Okay, so here we go. Right. So America, we are big bullies, right? So if y'all who don't know, when countries buy oil from other countries, even though they're not buying it directly from America, because America is bullies. So basically, it's set up if I'm in Iraq, or if you want to buy some oil from Iraq, but you Japan, basically you have to pay Iraq in American dollars. And what that does is it stables our economy here, and it makes our economy so strong. That's why our economy is the way it is because anytime any country is buying oil in the world, no matter where it is in the world, it was all used. Basically buy it with American dollar. So what's been happening lately is that some countries been selling oil to other countries and they haven't been paying in American dollars. And America's like, oh no, we can't be doing that because we need that money right there. Like y'all cutting off our chunk change. Like we need we need our chip of the money or whatever. Even though we ain't got nothing to do with it, we need our chip of the money. So that's why Trump is cutting off because Venezuela is like one of the richest places besides I believe Ukraine and Russia might produce. They might have like a good source of oil in Iraq. Like Venezuela has like one of the best sources of oil. Theirs is are a little thicker. Venezuela don't have the resources to basically pump this oil and to do it like how we need to do so it can be usable. So, Exxon, they was like, hey, we'll come in and do it, whatever. So then Exxon was making all this money off of oil. And then next thing you know, the Venezuela president was like, "Nah, we know what we ain't gonna mess with y'all no more." And then the Venezuela tried to do it themselves, but it was poorly done. It wasn't kept up well, and all this other kind of stuff. And then Exxon and Venezuela they went to some type of federal court or no bigger court than the U.S. And then I believe it was like Venezuela had to pay Exxon some money, but I don't think they ever got that money. And then Trump got in office like, hey, we're going to tell we all owe us some money. We was over there pumping and we had control over that. And we just not going to allow y'all to do this. So we're going to take it back. So this whole thing over Venezuela is just basically over oil because on top of that, Venezuela was selling oil to Russia Russia, Iraq, and all these other places. And then America's like, hold on, y'all can't be doing that in our backyard. That's too close to us. Y'all can't be doing that in our backyard. Y'all don't know what else. Then Russia, y'all bringing in y'all military soldiers all in Venezuela and stuff like that. Like we can't be having all this in our backyard. That's too close to us. So yeah, that's that we fight over basically oil and territory. That's basically all this whole Venezuela thing is. Oh, I don't know the lady name, but the dumb heifer who won a Nobel Peace Prize and tried to give it to Donald Trump, you're a dumb heifer. I just want you to know that too. I don't know her name. Oh, I'm supposed to drink. I gotta do a drink. But yeah, she a dumb heifer.
She can't transfer the Nobel Peace Prize to him. All she can do is just give him the plaque.
Dumb heifer. I would have gave him.
Yeah, he's just like a little kid. I mean, the plaque probably doesn't mean anything to him. I feel like it is like she's calming a fool. I don't feel like she don't care about the plaque. Like she's always going to be remembered as receiving the prize in history. So if somebody can come take the plaque, and then I mean, she probably can buy or purchase another like replacement plaque. I don't see why she wouldn't be able to. So that's why I was just like, he looks stupid because he's not a Nobel Peace Prize winner. Yeah. Somebody gave it to you like a piece of candy, so you would shut up.
Right, and then the thing about it is, like, then if she really did give him the plaque, like, sir, or wherever it is they give you, like, sir, your name is not on it.
Nope.
like you gonna be walking around talking about how, oh, I'm a Nobel Peace Prize winner, but he got somebody else's name on it. Like, why? Who does that?
He do, because he's a little kid.
I mean, yeah, I guess this is the same man who couldn't differentiate that this was a Photoshop picture. right here, but
You is not gonna let that go, is you?
I'm not. I'm never gonna let that go. Because he straight up said that's see what it says? It says MS-13. Like, sir, you could clearly tell that was put on there by a computer.
That is Times New Roman.
And then the thing about it is he holding it so proudly in this picture right here. It's like, come on. Come on.
Just be
And
trolling the United States people.
yes. And then so on top of the whole Venezuela thing, uh it's been these whole ICE raids and everything that's going on. So in case you don't know, Pam Bundy or whoever's in charge of ICE, basically, she said, "Hey, you guys don't need. We're not gonna. You guys don't need a warrant now." So basically, so to enter a house, for ICE agents to enter your house, they would need a warrant signed by a judge to enter the house. So now she's like, "No, we're going to get rid of that. We're not require a judge, like a warrant from a judge that's signed by a judge. We're going to do like one of our head office people here can do like one of those warrants, and we're going to come to your house and get you, basically." Which I think is that's should not be legal, and she should not be allowed to do that. If you want to enter somebody's house, to be honest, I don't think no judge or anybody, like, if I don't want somebody in my home, I should not have to allow you in my home, warrant or not. I feel like that's just something that should not just be a thing. Like, this is a private residence that I pay for. That's not part of county land or anything like that. And why is America the only country where you buy a property you don't own the land? Like, we buy the property and then forever and ever and ever we got to pay property tax on his land forever. And so, and if I can't pay the property tax or the property tax becomes too much, I can lose my property. Even though my house is paid off, I paid for the house, but the land that is built on, if I can't afford the property tax, you guys should just still come and take my house. Like, that's like messed
I
up.
feel like I feel like property tax should come with a few services, like trees, for instance. If the trees are overgrown and they're touching whatever power lines and stuff like that, that should be a free service. I
Hmm.
feel like for the elderly, like if they can't like rake their leaves or something like that, I feel like somebody should come out and get that done.
Right. I was saying it because I'm like, there's a lot of elderly people due to the economy now. And I'm like, there's some elderly people who are only getting Social Security. And so some of these elderly people are probably getting like 12, 13, $1,400 a month. And you think looking at property tax is for some of these places about 14 on the low end, $1,400 a month for the cheaper properties. And if you stay in a home that's like worth $300,000-$400,000, you looking at about $4,000 or $5,000 a year for property tax. And a lot of elderly people are being priced out of their homes because they can't afford the property tax on their houses anymore, which I don't think is fair. And then in other countries outside of America, there are countries where you buy a land, and once you buy your land and you pay off your house or whatever, you own that land. Nobody can ever take that land away from you, ever. No matter if you go broke, you lose your job, you be out of work for years. Nobody can ever come and take that land from you because you own that land. But not in America. As soon as you can't afford to pay some property tax, even though your house is paid off, you are being put out your house. And it's crazy. Something needs to be done about that. I was talking about something else before I went into that. Right now, I don't remember. I don't remember what I was I don't remember what I was talking about.
Me neither.
This is what happened when Tina let me go on these rants, y'all. This ain't this is
You was talking about
oh,
some shit again.
so ICE. So yeah, like I said, I don't feel like they should be going in your house because, like I say, they no longer need a warrant signed by a judge to enter your house. And then we see all these things that's going on with ICE agents lately in this world. So So Gacy, all you don't know. So there was this young man. I believe he was between the age of 16 to 17. Well, 15 to 17. And this young man was a Mexican. He was working at Target. ICE agents goes into this Target and detain this man. I mean, he was fighting for his life because he was yelling, "Hey, I'm an American. I'm American," and he's fighting for his life, whatever. So they detain him. They detain him. They throw him in one of their vehicles and drive away. This young man was later released, not back at Target. They dropped him off in front of a Walmart, and he was beaten. Like they beat him, and then dropped him off in front of Walmart. And people think that this is okay for this to be done, and that brings me to, and I'll talk about it in the description of the show about Americans being racially profiled on the street. So there are Americans that has been pulled off the street, taken to ICE detention center, and later they get released later on in the day, hours later. But I shouldn't be getting pulled off the street if I'm an American, if I have an American ID, because from what I'm concerned, you have to be an American to get an ID. I don't know how that works, but I don't feel like an illegal immigrant can get an ID if they're not American, because you got to prove that you're an American to get the ID. But anyway, so these people are being pulled off the street and then they're legally being pulled off the street, and the government is letting them do it. And these people are American citizens. This one lady, she was walking down the street and minding her own business, and we saw that ICE agents pulled up on her, and she was trying to force her to identify that she was American. All she said was, "I'm an American," and she just pulled. And once again, if other people would have got involved, they would just pulled this American woman right off the street. And just because I look a certain way and I'm walking down the street or whatever, now I could just be stopped and have to prove my citizenship. Like I shouldn't have to walk. Like Americans shouldn't have to walk around with a birth certificate saying that I was born in the United States, or my papers, or my green card status, or whatever papers you need to prove that you. I shouldn't have to walk around with that. And it's just crazy, and it bothers me that we have a federal government that's doing this to people. And it's crazy. And then I also want to show y'all a video about how incompetent our ICE agents are. Hopefully I uploaded the video, y'all.
One of the men arrested in the largest jewelry theft in the U.S. is looking like he's getting off scot-free thanks to ICE. Yeah, let me show you what happened. Police body cam video shows the aftermath of the heist on an armored truck in California back in 2022. Jason Flores was one of 7 men charged with stealing an estimated $100 million in gold and jewelry from the big rig. He now faces 15 years in prison if convicted. But when he was released on bail, he was picked up by ICE, and then he got deported to Ecuador. So prosecutors say they were not told until after it happened. So much of the stolen jewelry has not been recovered. He's in Ecuador. Can't be charged.
Yeah, I know Tina was going
That is some of the craziest stuff I have ever heard of. Like, he steal all of this money, he get arrested, he get charged, he posts bail, then he get rounded up by these ICE agents, and he was like, whoa, hey, I'm gonna voluntarily deport myself to Ecuador. Then he get deported, and prosecutors are like, wait, he has a pending case for this case, right? And they're like, oh, we didn't know.
like how did y'all know? Like I think when me and Tina were talking about this earlier, she was like, I'm pretty sure when y'all ran his name through the system, it should have popped up like, hey, this man has a pending court case. Hold on, don't deport him. It feel like, I feel like when they typed in his name and stuff, and it was like all kinds of like red flags that popped up on their screen, like flashing. This is how I picture how it happens in my head. It's like all kinds of like little flashing red things on their screen and stuff. And they just like, ignore, deport. That's how it happened.
Not they snooze the alarms.
That's how I feel it happened though. Like, what are we doing with people? Like, who is hiring these people? Ooh. And then speaking of like Ice Age, so remember somebody asked me like, what happened to the Proud Boys, right? Everybody remember the Proud Boys? Guess what? Which I don't think this should be a thing. This should be totally illegal. This person should be fired. The leader of the Proud Boys works for ICE now. That's what I said. So like the Proud Boys, they just disappeared. They went away. Like you ever heard anything about them? They just disappeared. And then next thing, so I was like, no, he can't work for ICE. And then somebody put a picture of him doing Proud Boy stuff. And then boom, they showed the picture of him dressed up in all ICE gear. This Proud Boys is now ICE. I said that's why we having all these shooting deaths when it comes to ICE agents, probably because we got the Proud Boys out here now legally able to kill people, brown people, and all these other kind of things. And by the way, because our government, right? They were the two people that have now got killed by ICE agents. The government wanted to label them as domestic terrorists, right? I just want to point this out. Remember that Kyle Rittenhouse showed up to a protest like a Republican, and Republicans call him a hero, and this man showed up with an AR, was it AR-15 or whatever they call these things? I forgot the name of this type of gun. I'm not a gun person. I don't know. Because I'm like Donald Trump, I don't know anything. But
he showed up with excessive force as a civilian.
Yeah. So this kid right here showed up to a protest and he shot and killed somebody, and he was deemed a hero. A hero. But these people who are, trying to stop families from being split up and all these other kind of things are being killed, are being called who are out here protesting against ICE are being called domestic terrorists. Like, how does that work? I feel like the ICE agents that's out here doing all this stuff, those are your domestic terrorist people right there. Hey, Crystal B, how you doing? Yeah, the pew pews. Yes. That's us. That man. Kyle Rittenhouse is not no hero at all. He is. I don't even know what to call it. He shouldn't be deemed as a hero. You got innocent people who are being killed called domestic terrorists. And then speaking of, why those? Because Tina was telling me about this story. She was like somebody was telling me about it. Some ICE agents went into a restaurant, and they went to a Mexican restaurant, ate food, and then after they got through eating a meal, she said they left and then came back and arrested all the workers in there. Yes, Kyle Rittenhouse should be in jail. But yeah, she said, I don't know if she said the ICE agents started arresting them right away after they ate their food, but I guess they left out and came back in and arrested them. Do you remember how it went?
I think they left out and then came back.
Oh yeah, no,
and I seen a video of like one of them like dragging one of the employees outside, and it was like snowing ice on the ground, laid them down on the ground and handcuffed them.
Yeah, that melt the ice. That should be a slogan on a shirt for real. But yeah, that is crazy, and I'm like, first of all, did y'all even pay for y'all food before y'all came back and just started arresting people? On top of that, like, come on now. But let's get into some of the other bad stuff that's been going on with ICE. So we all know about
not the other bad stuff.
Other bad stuff about ICE. We all know about the woman who ICE claimed that she tried to run him over her car and they shot her in her head and killed her, and she was labeled as a domestic terrorist. And now we have the shooting death of Alex, who, from many videos that I've seen, from the videos that I've seen and from eyewitness accounts, so basically he was out there recording ICE. He didn't get involved. He didn't try to get in their way or anything. He was actually a little bit of a distance away from one of the videos that I saw. And a woman was knocked over by ICE. He tried to go help her and get up. And then next thing you know, ICE agents come over there. They try and detain him. And then I guess, he's like, hey, I was just trying to help her out, and then he still has his phone in his hand. So somebody reported that. So one of the people saying they reported that the ICE agent, all the ICE agents backed away and they just shot him while he was on the ground, killed him. And there was a pediatrician who was on site, and he was trying to render aid after the shooting happened, and ICE was refusing to let him go in and render aid to try to save this man. And he was like, once he knew that the man had passed away or whatever, the ICE agents were basically standing behind him, counting the bullets that they put in him. And like I said, this is something that should not have happened whatsoever. Somebody posted a video today on TikTok where right next to the visual, there is like Alex's clothes is still there on the scene, on the crime scene. It's still there. They left his clothes and everything, and all the it's evidence still there. They just left it. And Barack Obama put out this statement. Saying the killing of Alex, I think Preddy, I don't know if I'm saying his last name right, but the killing of Alex Preddy is a heartbreaking tragedy. It should also be a wake-up call to every American, regardless of party, that many of our core values as a nation are increasingly under assault. And this is via Twitter, TMZ, as you can see for those who are watching the video version. And this is a statement that's from both Barack Obama and Michelle on top of that. So, like I said, this was a senseless tragedy that could have been avoided, that shouldn't have happened. We have now had 2 innocent people that has gotten killed so far, but I don't know about ICE. I can think of on top of my head. There was an incident in LA where a young man was out there protesting, and one of the ICE agents shot his pellet gun and hit that young man in his eye. Now he's permanently blind in that eye now. When the man was even he wasn't trying to attack ICE agents or anything like that. He was out there protesting. The ICE agents went over there, grabbed the man, dragged him. He tried to get free. He ended up breaking free, and when he stood up and turned, the ICE agent shot him in the face with the pellet gun and blinding the man. Then there was another incident after the shooting of the first woman who they claim was trying to run over an ICE agent by the car. The ICE agents shot pepper. It's like this, I don't know, it was like a yellow cloud of, I guess it's like pepper spray. It was just like this yellow cloud that came out the gun and shot it directly in the man's face. Like the man, like this is literally the man's face. This the gun. He just shot it. So we have these ICE agents, and then they have these border patrol agents that's out there with them, just being real reckless towards the American people. And then they're like, oh, they're not letting us. They're upset that the American people are like, they're not letting us do our jobs. Like, you guys are arresting innocent people. Like, we was told that these raids were supposed to be taken out. Yes, Crystal, it's bad. We were originally told that you guys are going to go after these violent criminals and sex offenders and all these other kind of things, but you guys are going out after innocent people. ICE in Minnesota put out a fake message, fake social media post, posing as a elementary school, saying that if you guys are in need of food and clothes and any these kind of things, to come here to this location, or come to this location, when it was a setup to detain people. And the elementary school who they were posing as had to file another statement saying, hey, don't go there because that wasn't us.
Is that like entrapment?
Yeah, that's what it sounded like to me. So they had to put out a statement saying, hey, don't go there. That isn't us. If you do need, if you guys are struggling and need help, talk to the school social worker, guidance counselors, and we figure out something to get you guys some help. That's like, the school literally had to do that. Like, there's just no way that, like, you're tricking people and trying to basically false imprisonment to me is what it sounds like. And like I said,
that's terrible.
Like, it's just been a lot. It's been a lot that's been going on with these ICE raids and these stories and stuff like that. There was another story where this woman was delivering food, DoorDash food, and ICE agents pulled up on her, and she ran in a lady's house. And ICE agents got upset with the house that the lady ran into, because they wouldn't open the door so they could come in and get her. There was another incident when a girl who's like Latino, was born right here in America. She was on her way home from school, or she was on her way home from somewhere. ICE agents stop out her car and start chasing her, and she, see them and run to her house and run in the house, and her father come out and like, "What the fuck is y'all doing? Like, this
Yeah,
is my
I said
daughter
that.
born here. Like, what are y'all doing?" Talking about she need to come out and verify that she's an American. She's an underage girl. Like, what are we doing? There was another post I seen that was put out. A little boy was walking home. The little boy had to be less than 11 years old. ICE agent stopped him. All he got is candy on him. Tell him he has to prove that he's an American.
I feel like they're starting to behave like ICE agents behave like the U.S. military in like other countries.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like almost like a militia, almost.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they are acting. And like I said, something needs to be done. So currently, right now, there's like a lawsuit that was filed in Minnesota after Alex shooting, basically trying to strip away some of ICE's power and what they're doing right now, and how they're trying to remove people. And Pam Bundy, whatever.
Bendy, and it's something like that. Is it Bendy?
It's Pam Bundy or something like it's Pam Bundy.
Bondi. Okay.
Oh, that name makes me have to drink. So that lady sent a letter to Minnesota saying, "I will pull ICE agents out of Minnesota if you guys turn over your voters' information."
Why
What?
would
What? What do you mean? So because you guys want access to our voters, want to see, and then they want that so they can see who voted, and that's the way they're being able to track down illegal people through the voting system.
ain't that where the guy that ran for vice president from?
Yeah, Tim Walz. He's the governor of Minnesota. But the
Why
thing
would
is,
why would
once
he
again,
why would he agree to some shit?
right. And then on top of that, you have to prove that you are an American citizen in order to vote. Like the singer Rihanna, she cannot vote in any of our elections because she's not American. You have to be an American citizen to vote in American elections. So if I am an illegal person that's here in the United States, why would I risk being caught to go vote? Like, make it make sense. And me personally, if these people are, yeah, they're here illegal, but if they have been tax paying, I mean, like these people go to work, because they go to work, they pay taxes, they don't benefit from any of the taxes that they do pay into our system. So these people are working American people at this point, being here 10, 20 years. Why are we putting them out the country? Those are the ones we should be leaving in the United States, but instead we're deporting them. What are we doing? And then, like I was saying earlier, when me and 15 was on the phone earlier, I was like, this man, like the cost of like labor, like houses and stuff getting built, the cost of fruit has already gone up, the cost of vegetables has gone up, the cost of food in general has gone up, even though he keep getting on the TV line saying that it hasn't gone up, but it clearly has gone up. All the price of these things are going up, and then he's like, these people who go out and work in these fields and pick our fruits and pick our vegetables and make sure our grocery stores are stocked and filled with everything that we need, these are the people you're deporting. So now farms don't have workers, and then you won't farm these farmers to pay Americans to go out here and do this job, and Americans don't want to go out there and do their job, and they're not going to work for $3 to $7 an hour out there in a hot field picking fruits and vegetables. They're not going to do it. We're not going to. It's just not going to happen. So because of that, and now, we don't have a high, quantity of fruits and vegetables and all these other kind of things. So now grocery stores are going to start jacking up the prices because we don't have a lot of it. So now we can jack up the prices on this stuff, because farmers are already going to jack up the prices because they're losing money. So they're going to increase their prices because now they got to pay people, $20, $30 an hour now to go out here in these fields and pick it. So everything this man has done has not benefited not one person who is a average everyday worker person. And for people who are average everyday workers and being like, "Oh, life has just been so much better under Donald Trump," prove it. I dare you, come on this show and prove it. Because I bet you cannot prove one thing that's been good under Donald Trump. Like I said, this man been lying since July, not July, of before what was I would say December. I don't want to say December.
His whole life. He's been lying his whole life.
He been lying his whole life, but like September, October of 2024, whatever we supposed to go before the election. Before the election, this man was lying, talking about how he was gonna do this whole terror tax thing, and these Americans was gonna get rebates. We was gonna see this $2,000. It's been a year, and we still ain't seen it.
And he keep bringing it up, like trying to be like, okay. So yeah, he ain't forgot about us. He ain't forgot about us. Like breadcrumbing.
Yeah,
breadcrumbing.
yeah. And then with the whole Doge thing, like you put hundreds of thousands of people out of work, but where's the money that you supposedly saved that Doge saved? Oh, it went into your big beautiful bill to give billionaires tax cuts. And I keep seeing on the TV, like one of the news stations advertising that, oh, pretty soon Americans should see more money in their paychecks due to Trump's tax cuts. I'm like, what tax cuts? Because middle class people ain't getting no tax cuts. If anything, we paying more in taxes. But the crazy part about it is, under the big beautiful bill, people who make less than $25,000 is now paying more in taxes than they would be paying more in taxes than I will. And when you do a breakdown of somebody who made $25,000, $30,000, and when you really think about that, $10,000 of that 30,000, that's already gone towards rent. If you have like car payments and stuff like that, that's probably about, depending on, I'm pretty sure that a person like that who's making $30,000 a year is not gonna have no $600 car note. They're gonna probably paying around $300 to $400 a month for a car note. And even at that, at the end of the year, that $300 or $400 a month a year, that's still gonna equal up to a couple more $1,000. I want to say about 8,000, about 7,000 to 8,000 around that point. So now, out of that 30, now with that 30,000, that person who made at the end of the year, like I said, just 10,000 of that was gone in paying rent. Then you have another 8,000 that's gone in paying car payments. And then on top of that, you got another about 3 to 4,000 of that going paying taxes. So now that person who made $30,000 a year is stuck with $12,000. Well, I say not even 12, $11,000 to live off of for the year after they pay rent, car payments, and taxes. This don't include health care, buying household goods, cleaning supplies, food. That doesn't include none of that. So once they finally get through paying for all that stuff throughout the year, guess how much leisure money that person had for the whole entire year? Less than $1,000 to spend on themselves. Less than 1,000. And for this Trump economy, these Trump specialists and his people, his administration saying that people are not out here struggling. It ain't really hard. They just need to budget their money well. I'm left with I don't work all year. I got paid $30,000 for a whole entire year, and out of $30,000, I was left with $900 to spend on myself after a whole year of working. And that's not including if I want to go on a family vacation or stuff like that or anything. And now, mind you, if they got kids, that 900 now are gonna shrunk down to like $300 because that they get to take care of their kids for the years. If for a company like you spend about $800 to take care of your kids for that year, so now you left with $300. You have $300 to spend on yourself for one entire year.
I mean, middle class has gotten really good at robbing Peter to pay Paul. Tell you that much.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, the system is broken. Trump jacked up the system, and it's a lot that needs to be done when it comes to the state of our country right now. So I'm about to wrap things up. I do got 2 videos of the week. No, I found some videos that I want to show you guys. So I'm gonna get to the videos of the week, and then we're gonna head into final thoughts.
Feel Good Friday with a Karma speed run. The background of this video, from what I can gather, is that this guy has been flipping off this woman upset over political bumper stickers on her car. So when she saw him coming on this day, she decided to record him and get evidence of it. And things escalate quickly.
Are you okay?
No!
Are you hurt?
Yes!
Physically?
I give up! Or fucking die!
Never has the fuck around found out so quickly and so drastically. Like, that might be a new world record. Notice that she still actually cared about his well-being and whether or not he was hurt. And I think the only thing that really took a hit was that man's ego.
That was funny. I was like, did he run the car over? He ran the car over.
That's what it looked
Like
like.
like a monster truck.
The whole tire came off and everything.
Yeah.
The part where he was just completely silent and he just got like, God damn.
Oh no.
She was like, are you okay? That would have been me.
So the second video, I'll try to get Tina to watch this earlier because I was cracking up watching this video. This man narrating that how Kane was a menace back in 2003. So his narrations of stuff like this is freaking hilarious. I'm gonna play the clip for you.
This motherfucker Kane in 2003 was a fucking menace, bro. Why the fuck was he on? For sure. This shit really all started when he tombstone power driver Linda McMahon old ass. Jerry the King Lawler tried to help him. He stole on his ass on some for show shit. This motherfucker beat a year's worth of referees the fuck up, bro. Then grabbed her back up and said, for sure. Tombstone the shit out of her ass, bro. This motherfucker Kane was tripping. They had to have this motherfucker in shackles, bro. Shackles off my feet so I can dance, Big Red Machine. This McMahon really got mad as fuck that he fucked his whole family up. He just accepted this shit, bro. Shane McMahon was so fed up, bro. He came out that motherfucker, came like, motherfucker, this is off for show. I don't know why. You better not even try this shit. Shane McMahon got in the ring and crashed the fuck out. He said, bro. Flipped the Big Red. He was on with the Big Dead Machine real quick. They little feud, bro, back and forth this whole time was diabolical. Boom, real quick. Hit Kane with the nastiest motherfucking chair shot. Kane didn't know where he was. Kane's big ass fell down, bro. Then sat back up, start laughing. And Shane McMahon talking shit. And then he didn't even know Kane was about to sit back up like that. He over there laughing at him and shit. Kane never gave a damn, bro. Like, the way he was coming out and boom, na. Jericho and the ref got the fuck out of there. They said, oh, hell no, I'll be damn. He snapped Shane McMahon the fuck up. Choke slammed this motherfucker, right? This was a WWE 2007 story mode sequence right here. Motherfucker Shane McMahon follows. They be like, all right, for sure. End up beating the shit out of him backstage, bro. He dragged him in, hit him with one of the nastiest uppercuts ever. Fills a dumpster up with gasoline, my boy. Lights this motherfucker. Boom! That motherfucker blew up like his goddamn entry. Over there laughing at that, but for sure. Shane caught him, though. He got off of there, then Shane McMahon ended up judo kicking his ass into that motherfucker. He deep fried his ass real. I ain't gonna forget about when Shane McMahon was out there talking shit to Kane, bro, because he ran him into the thing with the limo. Kane sits up like these motherfucking hospital people ain't helping him and start beating their ass. I would have been scared as hell being his doctor. I'd have been, man, hell no. And why the fuck did Kane have basketball shorts on up in that hospital like that? He choke slammed the motherfucking nurse. He bow real quick. I know y'all remember this shit. I ain't even got to say nothing about this. But man, bro, he for showed that motherfucker. I mean, he for showed his cojones, man. This nigga Kane, it don't matter what kind of fire it is, electricity, a burnt down house, burnt down dumpster. He just play with fire too damn much. He got the shock of this man. Come on, Kane, bro. Come on. Balls for sure. He was just walking out on bullshit, bro. He tried to get a hold of RVD. He kicked the shit out of him. Knocked that motherfucking rag back right off. Bow real quick, right with the chair shot. He tried to fly through there. Bow real quick, man. Kane takes this motherfucker RVD, bro. Lift him real quick on his shoulders up quick. Took him up, and then tied him up, bro. Like, what was Kane? Kane was on bullshit. I put this on off for show, bro. Kane was fucking tripping, bro. He was mad as hell. We couldn't get the match lit, bro. He about crashed out. He finally got that motherfucker lit up, bro, just to blow it out, bro. Just because he was threatening, he was gonna set him on fire. Ah, for sure.
Okay, first of all, that voice sounds familiar, and I feel like I've seen his videos on Instagram. Like his voice sounds like really distinct.
Really?
But yes, I remember when Kane was a menace.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Ah, for sure. That's what I'm gonna start doing now, and I'm gonna crash out. For sure. Just start crashing. That's gonna be my new thing now. As y'all know, when I'm about to be on some bullshit, I'm just gonna be like, for sure.
Oh no.
No, it's too much.
You just gonna clothesline people?
This is not.
That's how it's gonna start. Oh God. Okay. With that being said, let's head into final thoughts. Oh, for sure. So my final thoughts going into the show. First of all, thank y'all for tuning in to this episode, y'all. Like I said, my thoughts and prayers, my heart goes out to Alex and his family. Also, I can't think of the woman name who was killed, shot in the head by the ICE agents in Minnesota. Also, can't think of her name. Thoughts and prayers are with her family. I don't like the fact that they raised $500,000 for the man who shot the woman in Minnesota. I don't like that. We need to do better. Minnesota, I love the fact that even though it was negative 40-some degrees outside with the wind chill, y'all was out there protesting for ICE to get out y'all state and y'all cities. I loved it. I love to see it. Thank y'all for doing that. I appreciate y'all. Keep up the fight. Us as Americans, we need to keep talking. We need to keep discussing these things. So we need to keep let the American government know. We don't forget. And we're going to keep talking about these topics. Even though y'all want us to stop talking about it, y'all want us to act like this stuff didn't happen, we're going to keep talking about it. And that's my final thought.
Okay, so I really don't have a final thought other than ICE is just going to get worse. This administration is going to get worse. Keep up with the protests on the public, like the citizen level, and then the rest of our government have to keep doing their job. I did read an article where it said that the United States had officially been removed from the WHO, but then I seen that California was the first one to apply. It's the first state to be entered into WHO.
World Health Organization. I did forget about that.
Yeah. So we just got to continue. It's always going to be loopholes to anything, right? So he do something, we just figure out to get it a different kind of way. It might be difficult. And I'm not going to say it might be difficult. It's going to be very difficult. I really hate that ICE is on the streets, like I said earlier, like a militia. And it's becoming like it doesn't feel like home anymore. It just feels like that we are in a militant state now, and it needs to change. And that's my final thought.
Yay! And by the way, the U.S. currently, I think we owe over $200-some million to the World Health Organization. By the way, and by us pulling out, we are not now. I guess the U.S. we're not gonna pay that. But yeah,
that's so shiesty.
I know, right? They pulled a bank.
That's so shiesty. Why would you remove the whole country from the World Health Organization? Because you just want to spread lies.
That, and then he said that the World Health Organization mishandled the COVID-19 pandemic. Like, sir, no, you did.
You mishandled the COVID pandemic, sir.
Mishandled everything that happened during that pandemic. But, that being said, we hope y'all tune in to the next episode of Sane Cast, Different Day Podcast. We appreciate the support. I appreciate the people asking, who was asking me, like, when is y'all coming back on the air? We're finally back on the air, and we will see you all Ooh, wait, I'm gonna be kind of okay. We're gonna have to pre-tape an episode next week sometime because we're gonna be me and Tina are gonna be busy next weekend. So we have to find some time during the week to pre-tape. I don't know when we're gonna pre-tape for y'all. And we'll see you all on the next episode of St. Cat's Different Day Podcast. And don't forget to check out our links below. You can go to our social media pages. And don't forget to hit up our merch store. And thank you all for tuning into this episode of St. Cat's Different Day Podcast. And we'll see you on the next one.
You are the
Bye.
fire.